of our phenomenal viewers, listeners, and supporters. I'm your host Amin, and I'm so excited to be here. If you're new, welcome to Connected, where we discuss all things mental health, recovery, employment, and stories. Today, we are honored to be joined by Bill, a longtime member of our Clubhouse community. Bill is celebrating his 70th birthday and has been part of Connections House for nearly 5 years. Now retired, he enjoys hiking, painting, and discovering new hobbies that keeps him active and inspired. Bill is a devoted husband and father, and all that he has recently experienced the heartbreaking loss of his son. He has continued to show strength, resilience, and hope. Today, we are grateful that he is willing to share a little about his life, his recovery journey, and the experience that have shaped who he is. Bill, thank you for being here and happy birthday.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Thank you. I heard a lot about you. I'm working with you for almost like 3 years.
Mm.
But can you share for our audience about your life when you were a teenager? Where did you go to school? About your jobs and employment and work?
Mm. I have a funny story about that. I grew up in Connecticut, where my family lives, and I went to high school. I think even before that, in elementary school, I could never get any good grades. I always, for some reason, all I ever got was C's. And my father was very disappointed in that because he was a very intelligent man and couldn't understand why I was not succeeding. And he went to the principal and he said, maybe we could keep him back a year. And the principal said, no, that's none of your business. We'll take care of that if we think so. So basically he's told to go fly a kite. So anyways, I did manage to make, I think I had some kind of learning disability that wasn't diagnosed. But I made it through college. I got a 2-year degree in math and science. And then I wanted to get a 4-year degree, but it was just too much for me. I couldn't handle it. So I went out and started working. And then in the meantime, I met my wife and we had our first child, Nicole. And I was working and doing pretty well, enjoying my work and just living life. But I found that I had a bunch of problems, like with my anger, and which wasn't healthy for, especially at home, because I think I would go to work and maybe get angry at something, but not say anything, just stuff it. So then I'd go home and take out my anger at home, and that wasn't any good. And so I decided to take a class on assertive communication. And so I took that class and it seemed to help a little bit. But still I was really struggling with this type of what was going on with me. And, I felt like I was not like anybody else. I was terminally unique. And that there wasn't anything that was going to fix the problem. And so eventually, I kept getting better jobs. I did end up at Lawrence Berkeley Lab. And at the same time, I was admitted to a psych ward because I was 5150. Because I just couldn't take it anymore. I went back to visit my parents, And so I ended up in the psych ward for about a month and a half, and which was helpful. They gave me some tools to figure out, what was going on with me and how to handle my anger and my other emotions that just come up. And so eventually I did get out of there and I did come back and I went to work and things were normal for a while. And then there was another bump in the road where I got laid off from my job. And I was spending a lot of time at home because I couldn't find work. And I was really having difficulty communicating and doing the things needed to find a job. So I ended up going back into the hospital again for more treatment. They gave me medications to help with my depression and anxiety. Anxiety was a big problem for me. I would get too anxious about things and just kind of break down, and then I'd rest and be depressed. They kind of go hand in hand. But so they also gave me some electroshock therapy. It was supposed to help with depression. I don't know if it did anything or not. But eventually I got out of there again. And there's another program that I'm involved in. It's called Al-Anon. And do you know how many people get affected by somebody's drinking? It's at least 8.
At least 8?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what this program is for. It's for people who've been affected by somebody else's drinking. And I've been in this program since 1996. So I'm heavily involved in that. And what I found was that by going through that program and this one, that I'm given a lot of tools to help me manage my emotions and manage how I interact with people, so I communicate better and not get angry. And anger is not an unhealthy thing. It's good to express it, but it's not healthy to express it where you're hurting somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's what the tools that I learned. And also, what else is going on for me this during this time, which I didn't realize it till yesterday. I'm dealing with a lot of grief because I've had my mother died, my father died, my son died, my sister-in-law died, and my dog died. I'm dealing with 5.
So sad.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
That's a lot.
And you don't think it has any effect on you, but it does. So not sleeping, just emotions come up just out of the blue. You start thinking about somebody, or yeah. So
I feel you. That's so sad.
yeah.
And how old were you when you noticed that you have a mental illness? How old were you? When was that exactly?
I think when I was in my early to late 20s.
20s?
Yeah. I finally had to admit that I had mental health issues.
And what was Bill's diagnosis? What was your diagnosis?
Primarily anxiety and depression.
Just anxiety and depression.
Yeah. So, yeah, just dealing with those.
And what support Bill's system when you have depression, when you have anxiety? What support you?
Well, a lot of it now is self-supporting. Like, I'm depressed. What can I do to work with my depression here? How am I? Am I okay? Can you just kind of rest for a while, or do you need to get up and do something, or can you meditate? You know, can you call somebody that you can talk to about this?
I know you have some hobbies to keep yourself active. Sometimes you do hiking. You're a good painter. I saw your paintings.
Yeah.
But is there anything else that keeps you active and keeps you away from those depressions and anxieties? Is there any other system that you keep, like working on it?
Yeah. Well, I used to sing when I was younger, and I had a voice teacher
Wow.
who I went to, and he said you really have a really good voice. So I'm thinking about trying that again.
So if I joke with you, do you want to sing today for our audience, or you're not feeling?
I'm not quite ready yet. Yeah.
Okay, okay, all
Yeah,
right.
thanks.
When did you join the clubhouse, Bill?
Jeez. Um, it must have been, like you said, 5 years ago, which I
It was
Can't
yeah.
can't believe that.
And how did you hear about the clubhouse?
Well, I was working with a therapist at Kaiser, and she told me, Bill, I think this would be a good place for you. And so I came and interviewed, and right away I said, okay, where can I sign up? Because
Wow.
I felt like it was a good fit.
Wow. I know we have a lot of members, they came there through their therapists or doctors or case managers. And what do you think about the clubhouse? How this clubhouse like help you getting much better or with your mental health, with your diagnosis? How the clubhouse help you and other members?
I think because I'm here, I come here and I participate, whether I feel like it or not. It just becomes automatic where if somebody needs help with something, I'll chip in to help. Then doing things like this, which I've never done before,
Yeah.
is a great opportunity. Some people I told I was going to be doing this, and they said, "Wow, that sounds pretty neat."
Yeah, that's my first interview also.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
we're going in the same way,
yeah.
same road. Bill, can you share about like what can Bill say about like getting into recovery? Share for us and for our audience.
Getting into recovery.
Yeah. What would you say? Like getting into
Oh.
recovery. Yeah.
It's a journey.
I know
You could say that.
it is different for everybody.
Yeah,
But what would you say about your journey? Like,
I think I was sort of unique, like I said, where I didn't know how to deal with my emotions, especially with anger and the depression and the anxiety. So the recovery means that you get something back that you had before.
mhm.
And so you can learn techniques from recovery to help you grow mentally. If you don't have that, nothing's gonna change.
Yeah.
Nothing changes if nothing changes.
Yeah.
So you have to be willing to recover.
And what was other people's reaction when they see changes in you?
It's amazing because some people said, even if 2 weeks go by and they see me and they say, "Wow, you're so different, and you've come so far." And yeah, other people Now, family members is not so prevalent. They
Well, I see a lot of changes when you came to the clubhouse and especially joining the Healthy Silvers groups, when you came to other different units like clerical and do some data entries. I see that you're very good. It helped not only you, which every members who came at the clubhouse. And I see very good changes on you too,
Mm.
because it's almost like 3 years that I know you, and I remember the first day I meet you at the clubhouse. It's good changes. Bill, for the last question and last words, what message would you like to leave with our audience, with our listener and viewers?
well, to look at the opportunities if you want to recover, and perhaps the clubhouse would be a place to come to get into recovery and be part of your recovery, because it's an opportunity to be around fellow like-minded people who are recovering, and that helps too, to have like a support system. It could become part of your support system.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you for sharing your stories, your time, your honesty and resilience, and is a hope. It's inspiring, and we are grateful that you choose to spend part of your birthday with us.
Yeah.
On behalf of Connections House community, Connections House Clubhouse, we wish you a very happy birthday and many, many years filled with health, with joy, peace, and meaningful moments. And to everyone watching us and listening us, thank you for spending this time with us. We hope Bill's story reminds you that no matters what challenges life brings, hope and connections are always possible. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of one another, and remember, you are never alone. Thank you, Bill.